Hello my friends, this is Alexander Marquez with another powerful video that's going to help you grow a successful business. And over my last 4 videos, I have been covering social media marketing, and if you watch those videos, you will be close to becoming a master at social media marketing, which is a very important topic to master. Today I'm going to be moving into a different subject, which is email marketing. Email marketing is very powerful. It's been around for a very long time. And even though there's been a lot of warnings by some so-called gurus that email marketing no longer works, it is a lie. It continues to work, but you have to know how to do it right. You see, a lot of these strategies, they continue to work, but you have to adapt with the times and you have to use them correctly. It's not just about blasting these strategies without any plan in mind. You have to have a plan. So I'm going to give you 6 tips today. This is part 1 in my covering this topic. I'm going to give you the first 6 tips that you need to implement when it comes to email marketing. The first tip is, as you're building a list of subscribers, is you need to avoid a couple of mistakes. So the first tip is avoiding this mistake, and the mistake is being afraid to sell. A lot of, especially new marketers, they start building a subscribers list, and they want to grow their business, they want to make sales, but they're shy when it comes to actually selling to their list. They get people on their list. They're very intimidating by the prospect of offering their subscribers their products. So yes, they give them a lot of content, but they never produce sales because they're too afraid to sell. I would compare it to a single man wanting to get a girlfriend, going to a bar and just sitting there on the stool at the bar all night until the bar closes, until the club closes, and then not talking to anybody, not starting any conversation with any woman, and then going home and wondering why he didn't meet that girl he wanted to meet. It's a useless use of his time. It's a waste of his time. He was only going to meet that girl if he actually developed the guts to talk to her. It's the same thing in sales. In email marketing, you want to sell, because that is your purpose. You can't lose track of your purpose. Your purpose is to sell your products. So do not be afraid to sell to your list. But this leads me to point number 2, which is at the other end of the spectrum. On one end of the spectrum, you have those that are afraid to sell. On the other end of the spectrum, you have those who do nothing but sell. And this is also a huge mistake. So point number 2 is you need to avoid only selling, because nothing is going to turn off your subscribers more than only selling. So every single email cannot be just about sales. You need to find a balance. And the balance that I have found that works for me is an 80-20 balance. An 80-20 balance. So I'll send out 4 informational emails, and every 5th email is a direct sales email. So only 20% of the emails I send are sales. So you need to have the proper balance, but you do need to sell. Just don't oversell. Number 3 is something that I already mentioned. Number 3 is to keep in mind, what is your goal. Your goal when you're building a list for your business is to generate sales. Do not lose focus of that goal. You want to generate sales. Never lose focus. Don't get distracted. Yes, it's great to make friends of your followers, but your main goal is not to make friends. Celebrities are not on social media for the main purpose of making friends. That is not what excites them. Yes, it excites them to have a lot of followers, but the main purpose is to promote their careers, to promote their brand, and ultimately profit from their brand. So tip number 3 is do not lose focus as to what your purpose is. It's to sell. It's to generate a profit in your business. Tip number 4 is, it's not just about having a list. You always hear, the money is in the list. Well, I'm here to tell you that, yeah, that's partially true, but it's not just in developing a list. Anyone can build a list, but it's about developing an active list. People that are actually opening your emails and clicking on your links. If you have a massive list, but it's mostly dead, it doesn't really matter. It's better to have a smaller list that is completely active, smaller list of loyal followers than a big list of fake and phony followers. So tip number 4 is develop an active list. Tip number 5 is make sure that you're only emailing things that are relevant and that you're doing it on a consistent basis. So it's kind of 2 in 1, is only email information that is valuable to your subscribers, and do it on a regular basis, not just once in a while and have no consistency. You have to do it on a regular basis, every couple days, every 3 days. Every 3 days, in my case, I like every 3 days. You continue to send out emails, but only of relevant information. Your subscribers do not care. I mean, it sounds harsh, but if you're in network marketing like I am, if you're promoting a money-making business, they really don't care what my dogs look like. I mean, maybe it'll get some sympathy if I send photos of my little dogs, or my cat, or whatever, or my new car, or whatever. It's great, but you can't do this because you have to stay consistent. You have to send them only important information, only stuff that is worth their time. And this leads me to the 6th and final tip, which is keep your message consistent. It's basically connected to tip number 5. Keep it consistent. If you're known as like in my case, I am known as someone that talks about marketing and business and mindset, then I have to keep my message consistent. If I'm all over the place, if I want to be a car expert, a marketing expert, a cooking expert, then I'm really all over the place. I'm diluting my power because I'm not focusing on one subject. You need to stay consistent with your messaging. Identify what type of message you want to deliver and stay consistent with that image so that you develop a reputation for being a master at one thing rather than someone that just knows a little bit about everything. You want to become a master at one specific subject. So I have given you 6 tips here that are very powerful that you can implement and you can use in email marketing. In the next video, I will continue to explore this topic and give you more powerful tips. My name is Alexander Marquez. Visit my blog at alexandermarquez.net. Subscribe to my channel and click on the links that are below this video to support this channel. And I will see you on my next video. Take care.